diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and today I have with me Shakel Brown, who is a defensive tackle out of Troy. How's your day, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing well, man. Great. Why don't you go ahead and just tell us a little bit about yourself? Tell me maybe where you're from, and walk us through your journey a little bit and how you got there to Troy.
Um, well, I'm from Miami, Florida, born and raised. My mother is Melody Brown. My father is Joseph Mosley. I'm just a kid from there. I went to South Dade High School in Miami, Florida. But my junior year, I transferred to Lincoln High School in Tallahassee, Florida. And I was a basketball player up until 11th grade. I ended up transitioning to football that spring. And I was just a skinny kid at the time. I gained about 25 pounds and I started playing tight end. Um, yes, sir. And I had to go JUCO. Out of high school, I had to go JUCO because, my grades wasn't that great. I wasn't one of the guys who felt class was important until the end, but I ended up having to go to JUCO. I actually went to 3 different JUCOs. A lot of people don't know that part of my story. So I went to Highland out of high school, and I ended up transferring to Independence Community College, and then I got a shot at Itawamba as a walk-on, and I made the team and got on full scholarship within a couple months. And that's how I ended up here at Troy, from getting a shot at Itawamba, finding a home there with Coach Ray Williams, the D-line coach, and Coach Sean Cannon, the head coach. They gave me a shot, and I just ran with it, and now I'm here at Troy.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like you said, ended up going the JUCO route. I mean, sometimes people, end up going that route and end up having, excellent careers, go on to the NFL, and things work out okay. So, I mean, obviously, that's not necessarily a big deal, but I mean, people really don't understand like the whole grind and you know really what JUCO entails because I mean it really separates the men from the boys and the people that really want to actually play this game. So I do
Yes,
want
sir.
to just say congrats to you for just kind of sticking with it, man, because I know at times it probably wasn't as easy of a journey. I'll just say that
No,
much.
sir.
So
Three different JUCOs, man. It was definitely times I wanted to give up, but I stuck with it. I believed in my ability, believed in myself, and I'm here at Troy today.
gotcha. Um, again, you're at Troy, now playing defensive tackle for them, about 6'4", 315, 320 pounds.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean for you as a defensive lineman? Like, where would you be lined up? Where are you out on the football field?
I'm typically a nose, but the way our defense run, I can end up playing, a 3 tech. I can end up playing a 5 tech. It just depends on the package and the plays that we're calling. We have stunts and stuff where I contain and I'm out there with the tight ends and stuff at 320 pounds. Get to bully those little 240, 250 guys a little bit. At tight end. But yes, sir. I'm mainly a nose though. That's my position.
Gotcha. I kind of figured you as a big man, you'd probably, be there playing nose, like the
Yes,
zero
sir.
one or something like that. But again, like you said, I mean, occasionally being put out in other positions depending on the circumstance. So kind of nice that you are able to do that. Um, if you don't mind, just walk me through a little bit of you as a football player, like a typical week as you're preparing for your next opponent.
Um, before I got here to Troy, it was kind of hard for me to like really know how to watch film. So I had to get with Coach Dav and figure out how to watch film and stuff like that. But that's just like the main part, watching film, just picking up key things of guys, like that. I'm more so of a run stopper, so I really be looking at their tendencies of the run. I'm trying to, perfect myself as a pass rusher too, instead of just being a 2 down guy. I want to be in there all the time instead of just, first, second down. So that's a big thing that people could look for this year. But yes, sir, during the week, just trying to make sure I keep my legs fresh by getting in the cold tub, watching film. Yes, sir, just taking care of my body, things of that nature. Just preparing mentally and physically for the game coming into the weeks.
So, the next question I have for you really is, what about you in the weight room? I mean, what's your approach there in the weight room? Tell me about maybe one of your, more favorite lifts there.
I'm a big, power clean, squat, and bench type of guy. Um, I made it on the list for one of the strongest guys on the team this year. We have about 14, 15 guys benching over 400, and I'm in that group.
Wait,
I think I can get about 450, 465, that range right there. Right now on the bench, and on the squat I can get between 5 and 6. We don't really do maxes, a lot of the time we just do a lot of weight, and I've been able to get over 400 plenty of times, so I'm pretty confident in that area. But yes, sir, I like to attack the weight room. I'm real confident in my my benching ability. I like to, compete with the guys in there. Go against some guys. We have some strong guys, like Jake Andrews, AJ Pierce. Some real strong guys. Will Cholo. We got some real strong guys. But yes, sir, I like to compete with them guys, especially when it comes to like bench and squat and stuff of that nature. Yes, sir.
cool. So, I mean, you're talking a little bit about your teammates there. A lot of, big, strong guys. I mean, a lot of guys that maybe have impressed you out there as football players. So,
Yes, sir.
anybody else there that you want to give a shout out to that you feel deserves to be recognized that has impressed you over the years?
Since I've been here, uh, Jake Andrews has given me a lot of good work. Made me a lot of better person and player on the field. Uh, Dylan, our starting center, he has given me some good work. And then in the spring, uh, DeAndre Butler, he's a transfer from Jacksonville State. Uh, yeah, he's really coming along as well. And he's impressed me too. As far as like guys that give me good work on the offensive side, on the defensive side, Louis Medina, like guys that's in my room, Louis Medina. Uh, he was a freshman last year. Had a good season. He really impressed me. Will Cholo really impressed me last season too. And we have some young guys coming along as well, and some guys that's been here that's coming along as well. Some transfers. But coming up this fall camp, I get to see what a lot of other guys could do as well. So we'll be seeing what the young guys will do. Transfers like Jamarcus Chapman, Cherokee Glasgow, Maryland transfer. Yes, sir. So that's a couple guys that has given me good work on the offensive side, and guys that have shown me things on decent defensive side. Like, yes, sir.
Great. So, I mean, obviously there are a lot of guys there that have helped you just kind of, get yourself adjusted. Actually, coming in from JUCO. I mean, and actually having a really good, connection with your teammates there. So,
Yes, sir.
next question I have for you, man. Tell me a little bit, maybe one of your biggest highlights of your career. Talk to me about maybe one of your best moments on the field.
Okay, so the last time I scored a touchdown was in high school because I used to play tight end. So it definitely have to be the fumble recovery against Georgia State. Uh, I really didn't expect that to happen. It all happened so fast. So by the time I got to the sideline, I was able to take everything in. Like I really just scored a touchdown. Like I didn't believe it, man. It just happened so quick. Like I just looked up the ball right there, and I was just like, run. So I just ran to the touchdown. Like that's probably one of my most exciting moments of my career ever. Like I don't think it'll be nothing to really top that. And especially it being like my first season, being a D1 athlete, So it was just good to be able to perform on a big stage like that, make a play. Yes, sir.
Cool. Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, maybe they'll put you out there as a fullback or something. I mean,
Hey,
that would be a fun thing to do.
yes, sir. Coach Cole Weeks.
Go
Coach
ahead.
Coach Coach Weeks. I need Coach Weeks to put me out there, man. That's our running back coach, man. So I need him to put me at goal line or something so I can get some more touchdowns on my stat sheet, man.
Gotcha. Well, maybe he'll get a chance to look at this video and hear you, kind of plead for that spot. So, uh,
Yes, sir.
you know what? Hey, I mean, you put him in there at fullback, have him block for some people. I mean, I'm pretty sure that you'll be able to get that extra yard or so that you need
Oh
anytime.
yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
um, uh, if you could change one thing about this game of football, what would it be?
I think what I change is probably roughing the passer. Because we get kicked out for things like that. We get penalties for stuff like that. I feel like those guys are fair game. Like, they out here too. They got a helmet on, shoulder pads. I feel like if it's a clean hit or like it's like a split second right after they throw the ball, I don't feel like that's roughing the passer. We get those kind of calls all the time. So I feel like I would just throw that away. But if it's like intentional, then I would call something. But I feel like roughing the passer is not. Come on now. He's a football player, man.
Yeah, I mean, I get you. I mean, obviously this game has gotten a little soft, so I mean, I
Yes,
understand. I
sir.
mean, it's not like you're, what's his name from, what is it, Billy Madison, where like he's like, drop kicking the guy there at quarterback or something. I mean, that's not what you're doing. I mean, you're not like, putting some like wrestling move on him or anything. I mean, all you're doing is
Exactly.
tackling him and he's getting right back up. So it's not like you're, you know, trying to murder the guy or anything. You're just trying to make the
Yes, sir.
play. So,
Yes,
uh,
sir.
neat. If you could give your younger self some advice, I mean, if you had to go back and talk to your high school self, what would you tell him?
Um, I would definitely tell him, make sure he stay on top of his grades, from ninth grade all the way on through, so he wouldn't have to go the JUCO route. It's nothing wrong with going the JUCO route, but I feel like if I would have had the grades or whatever, I could have just, jumped straight into, a Division 1, Division 2, like, a university right from there. I would definitely tell him that, just lock in on that, and probably just, go a little harder on the field, get some a little bit better film or something. Be open to play way more positions than I did. I only played two. Maybe could have played some like a little more special teams. Could have volunteered to play a little more special teams or something. Things of that nature. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. I mean, maybe Shakel Brown can punt the football. I mean, you just need to give him an opportunity. You never
Yes,
know.
sir.
But yeah, no, I'm just playing with you a little bit. I mean, obviously, like you said, I mean, it never hurts to diversify yourself as a high school player because I mean, really, you never know like where you're going to end up like in college. Because sometimes a guy will be playing like on the defensive line and end up playing offensive line, or vice versa. And obviously, that sort of thing happens all the time. I mean, mainly they're just recruiting you as an athlete and hopefully placing you in their system so that they can actually use you and have success. So,
Yes, sir.
um, uh, so anyhow, let's kind of get to know Shaquille Brown outside of being a football player. Tell me something about yourself. I mean, maybe your hobbies, your interests, anything that you want to share about yourself.
Um, like all young guys, video games is really the main one. 2K, Madden, things like that. I suck at shooting games. Let's put that out there. I'm not a shooting game person whatsoever. I'm more so just a sporty guy when it comes to games. Um, that's really about it. I'm kind of a laid back guy. I just really, just chill, hang with my teammates, stuff like that. My roommates, things of that nature. Just chill, play the game. I'm just really more so a laid back kind of guy. I'm one of the funniest guys on the team. Also, let's put that out there. I'm like the jokester, but yes, sir. Other than that, I just chill. Go over plays, things of that nature. I don't really do too much. I try to keep my days pretty simple instead of making them so diverse, like so hectic. Where I'm always doing something, you know. So more so I'm a chill guy.
So, just to kind of keep on, just to learn a little bit more about you a little bit. I mean, obviously you're a Miami guy, born and raised there. So, tell me a
Yes,
little bit about
sir.
your hometown, and maybe I don't know, like if I were to come visit you there, like maybe what we would do.
I'll probably take you to get something to eat. We got a plethora of good food down there. Whatever type of foods you like. When I go home, I'm really into like Caribbean food. Like oxtails, Jamaican food, like a lot of things of that nature. We'll probably eat that. I'll take you to the park I grew up on. I'm originally from Goulds, Florida. It's called Goulds, Florida, Goulds, Goulds, Florida. Um, I played football at Goulds Park. Um, so I'll probably take you there, show you where I'm from, just show you my grandmother's house, show you the houses I grew up in, all of the houses I grew up in while living down there. Um, yeah, probably just that. Take you to the beach. Everybody like to go to the beach, so take you swimming or something. Like just show you the tourist spots in Miami. But I'll probably more so take you through like the places of where I grew up at, where I mainly was. Take you see my old high school, my old coaches, basketball coaches, things like that. Um, yes, sir. That's probably about it in Miami.
Right. Well, I mean, obviously a lot of other things to do there as well. I mean, but just to kind of, learn more about you and your history. I mean, all those things sound like fun, just to kind of, learn about, where you grew up and all those other
Yes, sir.
things. So, you got a favorite movie you want to share or something? Like, what's one of these movies that you always like to watch?
Man. So I know the movie Friday, right? I know that movie Friday. I know it word for word. So like I sit here with my girlfriend sometime and I say the lines, she gets mad at me because I know it like word for word. And it's hard for me not to say the lines because I know it. So it's like Friday, 8 Mile, like with Eminem. I
Yeah.
rap every single rapping scene. I rap it every time. It's hard, man. I gotta do it every single time. So those two movies right there are like, especially like my top two. Um, yeah, like that. Those are my top movies right there. I know the entire movie word for word,
That,
both of
that sounds like a lot of fun.
them.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
as we begin to wrap up, I always ask this question. It's really just the why question. So, tell me why you play this game of football and just a little bit of your motivation, if you don't mind.
Growing up, I used to play football. Football was like my first love. Like that was the first thing I played. I got away from it for a while because I was just a basketball player. Um, Skinny kid, I felt like basketball was rough for me, but I found my way back to football, and I feel like I'm destined to play football. I feel like this is what's for me. My life is like I'm here to play football. That's my main goal in life. So I feel like that's what I'm gonna do, and that's what I'm here for. My main motivation to play football is really my mom. She's a hard worker. She worked 12-hour days, 12-hour shifts, stuff like that. So I really just want to retire her, make sure she never have to work again, things like that. Yes, sir. But other than that, sir, that's why I play football.
Gotcha.
It's my first love.
And very lastly, give these teams in the NFL, your pitch, maybe as to why they need to take a chance on you, draft you, sign you, and really pay attention to you this season there at Troy.
This season, I think I'm going to show that I'm a good run stopper, a big mauler in the run game. When it comes to the defensive side, I'm an aggressive guy. Uh, to show them that I could jack grown men up. Like I'm 6'4", 300 pounds. I should be able to jack some other guys up that's 6'4", 300 pounds or my size equivalent. I want to show them that. I want to also show them that I can rush the passer. So I'm not just in for just first, second down. I want to show them that I'm a every down guy, and not just run stopper alone. So I want to show them that I've improved on my pass rushing. Show them I could bend at my size. Bending is very important. That being this big, they want to see if you can move and bend at your size. And I want to show them I'm just explosive and quick. But that's really what I'm gonna show them, man. Come in and work, and do what I have to do, and help any organization that's willing to take a chance on me. Just show them what I could do and that I'm just a big athlete, man. Came from playing basketball, so athletic, quick feet. I'm light on my feet. Uh, sir. That's about it.
Gotcha. I mean, obviously, a big guy out there, typically playing nose. So, I mean, you could, check out him this fall. I do realize that because of the pandemic, you do technically have another year of eligibility. So, I mean, I
Yes,
think a
sir.
lot of that's just going to depend on how this year, turns out for you and whether or not you want to stick around there at Troy. But regardless, man, whatever else you got going on this year and or next, I do wish you best of luck with everything you got going on. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Cool. Again, this is Shakel Brown. He's defensive tackle out of Troy. Definitely check him out this year.
Troy.